Hello everyone, Will Machine here with another video. Today I thought, since I didn't see any real videos on this topic, I will attempt to diagnose Trevor Phillips from GTA V with at least one mental disorder. Before I begin, all footage isn't mine and it's outsourced, and I will leave links in the description for the original creators of the video. Alright, so first off, I'd like to start with my strategy for diagnosing. And I'd also like to disclose I'm not a psychiatrist, so I can't actually diagnose him, but according to a book which psychologists use, I will be doing something similar. So anyway, my strategy for diagnosing Trevor. Because Trevor is a video game character, we can only go off what he says and does in game, so I'll be using that as strong points, so I can't talk to him in real life. Second, the actual diagnosis. I will be using the DSM-5, or the Diagnostic Manual, which is what they use for mental disorders, for all my diagnosis, because I think this is the book that real psychiatrists use to diagnose their patients. So first of all, the mental disorders I think Trevor suffers from. So first, I believe Trevor is suffering from ASPD, or antisocial personality disorder, depression or bipolar disorder, complex PTSD, and borderline personality disorder. To qualify for any of these disorders, Trevor must display 5 symptoms of each consistently. Today, we will see if Trevor has ASPD. ASPD, or antisocial personality disorder, or sociopathy, or even sometimes called psychopathy, is a personality disorder characterized by little to no amount of empathy, shown by some, as well as the impulsive need to control and manipulate others for self-gain. I'm sure you're surprised by this rundown because you might have viewed psychopaths as violent, insane, and murderous. This is only the tiniest of minorities, as people with ASPD, or antisocial personality disorder, can live healthy, normal lives. Trevor, I believe, would be in the violent minority based on his actions in game. Now let's compare his actions and symptoms. The very first symptom the DSM, the Diagnostic Manual, lists with a ton of examples is a significant impairment in personality functioning, which it explains can manifest in several ways. The first one is described as impairments with self-functioning, such as a blown-up ego from gaining power through manipulation, and a sensation chasing. So you're looking for only the good times and you'll do anything to get them back. I believe Trevor most certainly displays these symptoms, such as an irrational, condescending way of speaking to others, such as the way he talks to Ron.
Speak!
You know I don't like using these things. They're listening.
Then make it quick.
That business thing's been set up. The Chinese guy, Mr. Chang, is at the inn.
You said that on the phone? What the fuck is wrong with you, damn it, Ron? Now I'm gonna have to discipline you, and you know how I feel about that.
As well as a sensation of chasing, as it seems Trevor is always looking for a new thing to fill the void. He murders or does drugs to fill his void, seeing that he does methamphetamines often, and we only know how many times he's murdered. The Diagnostic Manual also adds impairments in interpersonal functioning, which includes an impairment to empathy and intimacy. This can be described as not caring for others' feelings, and even if they're hurt, as well as the inability to function in a relationship properly. Again, yes, Trevor has issues with empathy and intimacy. He can murder without care, and every relationship he has is incredibly unhealthy. Trevor shows a fantastic example of a violent lack of empathy when we first meet him after he cheats on Johnny K's girlfriend. Later, when he is called out for his actions, he murders Johnny K in front of his girlfriend. In addition...
You wanna get lit now, sugar? Trevor, baby, you wanna smoke up now?
Don't do it, Johnny! Don't do it!
Trevor! You been with my girl again? I'm speaking with you, asshole!
Don't do it, Johnny! I told him, Trevor, I told him!
We all get high! We all get high! But that don't make it right!
Johnny! Leave it!
The crystal has got us, babe, but that don't make it right. Don't make nothing right! Not what you done with me.
I'm telling Johnny, leave it!
I ain't leaving nothing. Trevor! I'm talking to you, motherfucker!
Are you? What are you saying?
Fucking my girl, man, it's wrong.
Well, I gotta fuck someone. You want me to fuck you instead? Is that the problem here? Take off your pants, cowboy, all right? Let's fuck.
You think this is funny?
Get them off!
I told him to leave it, Trevor. I told him. Leave it. Leave it.
Shut up, Ron. I'm about to fuck me a meth head, ain't I, cowboy? Get my boy sucked from his toothless gums, huh?
Fuck you, Trevor.
Oh.
I still love her.
All right, cowboy. Hey, I know. Hey, come on.
I don't mean nothing by it, man.
I know.
I'm messed up.
I know, cowboy. It's okay, man. Give me a hug, yeah. Fucking shit! Cunt! 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 Who the fuck are you speaking to? Who? I'm talking to you, huh? You fuck! Huh?
Johnny!
Next time, don't get in my fucking face! I just saw a fucking ghost and I gotta hear your crap! Get up! Get up! Fuck you then!
To this, Trevor also has horrible relationships. He kidnaps crushes, falls in love with practically every female he meets, and even bad ones like Molly. The diagnostic manual has manipulativeness, deceitfulness, callousness, and hostility as symptoms of an antagonizing personality. Trevor, of course, fits all of this. He manipulates Ron and Wade with anger to do his bidding. He cares solely for himself. He lies to Wade about murdering his friends and family, and he is constantly hostile to everyone. By all stretches of the imagination, Trevor displays an antagonizing personality. Finally, the final trait of ASPD is disinhibition, characterized by impulsivity, irresponsibility, and risk-taking. Again, yes, Trevor most certainly does all of this. He practices unsafe sex with a meth head biker. He has a disgusting home with trash and stains all over the place. He attacks some of the biggest gangs and organizations to move his drug and weapons trafficking business through. Yes, Trevor displays this character trait. Finally, to diagnose Trevor, we need to see this behavior as consistent and not influenced by drugs or head trauma. The behavior must be irregular to the culture, and the person must be 18 or over. This is where I have to make a judgment call, because Trevor says several times that he takes speed constantly.
You gotta quit that shit, man. Yeah, I know. I take speed mostly, and look at me. Boom! Best shape of my life.
Otherwise known as meth, speed is addictive and very influential to the mind. For this reason, we need to look at Trevor's childhood for the same behavior. And what do you know? Trevor has indeed acted in this way since he was a baby. He has been violent to his teachers and coaches. He tried to manipulate his way into the military, and he acted impulsively through all of it. So I think we can deem this diagnosis as a severe case of ASPD. For treatment, Trevor needs intensive therapy, antipsychotics, time in a mental institute for drug addiction or a rehabilitation center, and a mood stabilizer like lithium. Join me in the next video where I will find out if Trevor has borderline personality disorder.
Cicho mi las